Good evening. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.com for Thursday, August 6th. Choppy session today. We have the jobless number coming out tomorrow, and expectations are for another increase in the unemployment rate. And there's also chatter that there's going to be an upward revision to the past few months of the jobless report. Irregardless, here looking at the 15-minute chart, you can see we've fallen into another rectangle formation just like we did back in the last couple of weeks in July. As I mentioned before, most times this results in a very large upside break. Breakout would be a move above the recent highs at 83.25 or so, and breakdown is 9200, the 200-day moving average in the 15-minute chart, just like it was last time. If we flip over to the daily chart, here you can see, it goes without saying that this market is extremely overbought. But we could see what we saw at the end of that other large rising wedge that we had from the March lows to the May highs, where for about 2 or 3 weeks we just consolidated in a tight range before we sold off. If we do the same sort of thing here, we could see the market tread in a pretty tight range through the end of this month before we see our, cyclical post-Labor Day sell-off that usually hits the market. 20-day exponential right now is at 89.86, essentially 9K. So if we do get slammed down by the jobless report, our target would be, or we'd be looking for target support at this area of 9K. We continue to have a lot of shorts coming in. We've got everyone calling the top in the market, and every time we've seen a lot of people call for something in this market, it does totally the opposite thing, which is what we saw today. The market sold off a couple of times, down 70 points. Shorts are coming in, beating their chests, and then the market was able to reverse course. So, we are overbought. Would continue to maintain a 50% cash stance, but we've got low volume summer trading and a lot of mutual funds who pretty much sat out this entire rally and are now buying hand over fist on all dips. So, we've got that, and, shorts that just continue to get squeezed to hold us up near term. But let's jump into some stock plays. EMMS, this was an alert a week or so ago. Again, we were early on a sector move, but you'll remember a week ago I said the newspaper stocks were on fire and that momentum should spread into the newspaper stocks. Well, over the last few days, we've seen the newspaper stocks just go on monster moves of 100%. Here we have EMMS broke out through the 200-day moving average today and just looks solid. All of these stocks have been making moves to the 60-cent area. EVC, this is one I was looking at a week ago. It's up 100% in the last week. We had CMLS over the last few days. That one too, up almost 300%. We also had ROIAK, Radio 1, 100% move on this one. So for this reason, we've been moving into some of these laggard plays. SBSA, Spanish Broadcasting, Spanish-based radio station. This one started to break out today. Target on this one would be a move to at least 40 cents and then a secondary target over this of 60 cents, just like we've seen on the other plays. The real volume hasn't yet come into SBSA and EMMS. Like the other stocks, they started moving, and then a couple of days later, the real volume started to come. So we'll be looking for a multi-day move on both of these stocks, SBSA and then EMMS. Just over the next few days, could be some very nice moves on these ones. And EMMS has shown its potential to go on big moves. As you can see, back in late May, the stock ran 400% in the matter of a day. So they do have history on running big. AI, Arlington Asset Investment Group. These are the guys. They used to be known by the symbol FBR. It's a financial stock trading under cash and book value. We've got a symmetrical triangle breakout on this one. This is the same setup that we've seen on Sirius and FTWR over the last week that resulted in very nice 25% moves. Breakout would be a move over 50 cents with a first target of 60 cents on this one. BBI, Blockbuster, reports earnings mid next week, but the chart looks ready to go on one of its pre-earnings runs. This is a stock that loves to run into its earnings report. Breakout is a move over 80. We're looking for at least a test of the 200-day moving average. That is at 96 cents, with stops at the 50-day moving average 74. If you've got a little bit of tolerance, you can put your stop at the 20-day exponential. That's at 72 cents. But the chart looks really good here. On bounce volume starting to uptick. We've got stochastics bouncing off support at 50, and then the key thing here, ADX, just very, very strong ADX here. Should see volume really start to ramp on this one over the next couple of days. ZHNE zone pullback after its breakout last week. We tested the breakout point at 39 cents today, which should see us bounce back again. Target here is a move to 60 cents, just like the other optic plays. After hours, we've got Nvidia, another tech play, up pretty big. More positive guidance news. So I mean, this bottom is in the sector that zone is in right now, and would be looking to accumulate on dips. FTWR 25%, actually more than the 25. We tagged this one at 42 cents. It was trading at 60. 50% gain on this one in the last 2 weeks. Can't argue with that. Decent earnings report in after hours, but would use this spike to book gains on this one and look to get back in if it retraces. You know, profit in hand, especially in this market, is good. So make sure you're booking gains on the movers. LNUX was another nice winner for us today. Let's pull this one up here. 20-cent pop on this one since the alert a couple of days ago. Can't argue with that again. 3/4 gains. Next target on this one is a move to $1.50 to 55 cents. So that's really it for the video tonight. We should have some nice movers tomorrow in the radio stock laggers like SBSA and EMMS. Should see some nice moves on them over the next couple of days. And then as far as the jobless report comes tomorrow, the number is more than likely going to suck. But if you'll notice on TV today, there was talk about a big revision in the previous report on jobless. No real surprise. And we know the numbers that are reported are usually farcical. They're based on statistics and pretty much smooth it out to so as not to scare traders. But they were still spinning it positive. Jobless claim or continuing claims showed another decrease. We're probably going to see, or more than likely going to see, the job loss number tomorrow, although it's going to be pretty large, be better than expected, just like the last few. And be interesting to see how the market goes. We've seen a lot of big moves each month off the jobless report. We've seen a drop and then a rally. So let's see if that continues. If we are able to see a pop off that jobless report tomorrow, then the market's pretty much on cruise control until Labor Day. So that's it for the video. See you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.